got a collection update video for you. In the background, we're going to be listening to Scattered Remnants. I think it's called Inherited Perversion, which was released in 1995. This is a fucking killer EP, brutal death metal. As you can tell, this that intro kind of sound reminded a lot of like Bolt Thrower, but the band will go into a grindy moment and then to a brutal death metal moment, and then shift gears all the way back down to a doom metal moment. And this EP is just a freaking masterpiece. This is the grindier stuff in the album. This band kind of mixes it up. I love that doom stuff they throw in this, and just perfect for brutal death metal. The doom stuff, I'll play it once it hits that track or part of this song. Kind of reminds me of Incantation a little bit. And in fact, there's another track on here. I think it's the title track, Inherited Perversion, where they go into a riff that sounds like the Incantation riff. But this was recorded in '95, and the Incantation riff I'm referring to, it was on a later release, so who knows who got it first, but I'm starting to think this one did, even though I love the Incantation version. So that's I shouldn't have went off in that direction, but my god, this fucking album. In the Midst of the Afterbirth was the name of this track, and then after that it has this acoustic guitar piece, 2-minute little instrumental called, oh man, the first Tear of Blood Falls. I think as the first Tear of Blood Falls, that's the name of it. Pretty cool, and it has a little thunder in the background, that some atmosphere, and then it goes into Vaginal Vomit, which is just fucking brutal as fuck. Title track, and then Aborted, what is that called? Situation, I guess. Aborted Situation. Can't really tell. It's in that old English font. But Brandon sent this to me, and man, I appreciate it, Brandon, for sending this freaking gem. I absolutely love this fucking EP. I've spent it a lot. I love the production on this. The guitars are a little high in a mix. It makes it real staticky, which is perfect. I love the deep guttural vocals, and then this high. Then it goes into the Incantation riff. Fucking love this fucking EP. Fucking masterpiece. Anyway, Scattered Remnants, Inherited Perversion. I'll post a link in the description below if you like what you hear. It's just fucking amazing shit. So next up, Sepsism. This is Purulent Decomposition, released in 1999, I think. It's a 3-piece. And then this 3-piece really whoops your fucking ass. This is brutal death metal and has some grind in it. Some different other things added in there. I guess the best way to describe this band is like maybe like Scattered Remnants just playing in the background. Mix that with Carcass, and maybe Voivod. And the reason why I say Voivod is some of the chord choices he uses and some of the chord structures the guitarist uses just freaking blows my mind. Can't hardly wrap my head around how badass this fucking album is. I'll play a track off of it here in a minute, but this is a recent reissue on this label. I can't really tell what it is, Category or Gore something. I should have looked it up, but anyway, released 1999. I think they're from California. And this fucking album, my goodness. The drum tone on this, the drummer on this is freaking... I just said this about the Monstrosity drummer, but I think this guy might be even better than the Monstrosity drummer. I don't even know his name. The drums on this are fucking insane. He'll do some blast beats and then go straight up into some freaking old school death metal beats, and then switch it up into this freaking furious blast beat and go into a D beat. I love the direction he takes the band. He just takes you on a roller coaster ride. It's like shifting gears. It's the best way to describe it. This is not going to be for everybody. I know this, but I love music that's so innovative like this. So Sepsism, Purulent, Decomposition. Actually, I'm going to play my favorite track. There's too many. I'm just going to pick one of them. I think I'm going to play Dissection. That's my favorite one because it has so much kind of carcassy vibes to it. It kind of starts off with some really cool riff, and then it goes into the grindy stuff, and then he'll throw a D beat in it, and I fucking love that D beat. It sounds great going into this. I think it was track 5. Man, it's fucking badass. This fucking rules. Also, there's also another band I could think of that, like take Demolek from Finland. Some of their odd chord structures and harmonies they play, but add a blast beat to it. And this band has a little bit of that Demolek with something on this track, obviously, but fucking killer. This is a badass motherfucker. Sepsism, Purulent, Decomposition, released in 1999. Fucking killer. The rest, I'll just let this play in the background. So, picked up a few Deicide albums. One I haven't had forever, and I found it for $4 in the used bin. So, Deicide's Insineratehymn. Obviously, back in the day when this came out, I did like it. Listened to it quite a bit, and then I think I gave it away for some stupid reason. And then I seen this for very cheap, and I picked the motherfucker up, and I forgot how damn good this album really is. It's not like the first 4 albums, of course. This one's a little bit more slow, and it has some death metal blast beats here and there, but pretty much the album's a little bit more slow pace. And I think this is the album I've read up on where they had to actually slow it down to make the album longer, because I think this is only like 33 minutes long or something like that. I can't remember. So they slowed the album down. It's from what I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was this album. But Insineratehymn is really fucking good. I love Bible Basher. think that's one of their songs they still play. Forever Hate You. I think that's dedicated to his ex-wife or something like that. But gosh, I love that guitar. There's a part where the dissonant guitar comes in. I love that sound and that feel. It gives a killer fucking atmosphere. Another one, I really like, The Gift That Keeps On Giving. There's something about that song. It's just kind of groovy for death metal, but fucking badass. Apocalyptic Fear was another killer one, but I dig this album. I dig it a lot. I'm a huge Deicide fan. I'm glad to have this back in my collection. But $4 for this bastard. That's not bad at all. Not bad for a first pressing. I haven't looked this up to see how much it actually goes for. Probably not that much, but Insineratehymn, released in 2000. Fucking killer motherfucker right here, actually. And off to this. So everybody's been showing this. I kind of held back. I listened to this. I got it on the day of the release. I was waiting to see what everybody else's thoughts were on this and kind of form my own opinion on this. And Deicide, Banished by Sin. To me, this is a fucking badass motherfucker. I love this fucking album. I love this thing to death. I love everything about it. I love the vocals, the guitars. This is a more thrashy kind of goes back to the debut a little bit, which is killer. I think if this was recorded analog, by analog and not digital, that maybe it would sound a little bit closer to their earlier material, in my opinion. This is fucking fantastic. My favorite track was, I think it's called, oh shit, can't see it. Ritual Denied, I think it is. Yeah, Ritual Denied. There's a black metal part in that with tremolo picking I fucking love. It starts off with a real badass fucking riff. There was another track on here. I like every fucking song, to be honest with you. Banished by Sin was great too, but I love how they got the thrashy parts and the death metal, brutal death metal Deicide we all love and know. But there's a little bit of black metal in this, I feel too, especially in some of the chorus lines. Also, there's one song, I don't remember the name of it, but it's got a dissonant guitar in the background that kind of harmonizes with Glenn's vocals. He's got that real low guttural and the high above it, and then that guitar. I fucking thought that was genius. I love how that sounds. I forgot what song that is. There is a riff on this thing. I don't remember what track it was, but it sounded like a Destruction riff, like off one of the first Destruction albums. Listen to this, you'll probably know what I'm saying, but more things about this album. Really love the packaging. This is on RPM, which is a new label. I think Kerry King's label, or Kerry King's on that label, I should say. But I love the packaging and artwork on this thing. The big whoopity-doo everybody was bitching about. Some people, which, I mean, you can have your own opinions. I think the artwork looks fucking killer. I know it's AI generated, but I think it looks fucking badass. And if you really look at it and then compare it to like maybe the debut, you can see the medallion. I think this was a medallion or something. Oh, Severed Tongue was another fucking killer track on this. Looking at that Severed Tongue there, but I think it was called Severed Tongue or something like that. But in my opinion, this is 8 out of 10. This fucking album rules. I love this motherfucker. It's probably my favorite modern classic death metal album out there. I think this is an absolute fucking gem. Deicide, Banished by Sin. Then I picked up this Cryptopsy as Gomorrah Burns. And it took me a couple of listens to really get into this, to be honest with you. When I first listened to it, it sounded like Cattle Decapitation's new one to me for some reason, without the goblin vocals. Best way to say it, somebody's gonna fucking hit me. But the more I listen to this, the more I fucking love it. I love the vocals. The vocals are fucking killer. I love his cadence. The high pitch screams he does is very fucking awesome. The guitaring is awesome. Of course, the drumming is awesome. I think what threw me off a little bit was maybe the modern production. I'm still not sold on it. But As Gamora Burns released in 2023, last year, a little bit late to the party. Killer. That sepsis part right there sounded like Corpse Grinder. Sepsis killer. But anyway, this Cryptopsy's not bad. I'll probably give it maybe a 7 out of 10. But like the first Cryptopsy album I ever heard was None So Vile, and it took a long time to grow on me, and then one day it just clicked. And I think same with this one. So Cryptopsy is Gamora Burns. And then a couple things in the used bin, other than Insineratehymn, I picked up this Jungle Rot Terror Regime, which I think it was released in 2013 on Victory Records. This is not bad. Kind of it's a thrashy death metal. Kind of reminds me of like maybe the Iced Earth of death metal. Does that make sense? The vocals I kind of get hung up on because it sounds like he's trying to squeeze out a fucking turd when he's growling. But I mean, the vocal's not bad, don't get me wrong, but that's what it makes me think of. But Terror Regime is pretty good. I'm gonna probably have to listen to this one a couple more times to get into it. But there's a couple tracks on here I really dig. I love the production on this thing, by the way. I think it was called I Am Hatred was my favorite track on this. Rage Through the Wasteland was another good one. But yeah, some political stuff going on here with the All Seeing Eye, and then freaking whatever that is. I forgot what those called. Shot thingies. But anyway, that's not bad. So pretty cool. One vinyl record I will show is I found this in the used bin for $5, and it's Dark Throne's The Underground Resistance, which I always did like this album, but I never liked it enough just to pick it up when it first came out. But I'm glad I fucking picked this thing up. I listened to this the other day, and literally, I think it reminded me a little bit of Panzerfaust for a little bit. Some of the riffing, maybe it's because of the Celtic Frost vibes on this album. But I really like that. Favorite tracks on this was Leave No Crossing Turns. It's a freaking 13-minute track of nothing but badass speed metal and thrash metal. 13 minutes of epicness. Did like Dead Early. I like that one. Valkyrie I really fucking love. That's weird hearing a ballad. It's kind of ballady to me for a Dark Throne song. There was another one, Come Warfare, the entire Doom. That's another 8-minute long track. That motherfucker has some Celtic vibes, Celtic Frost vibes going on in it. It's fucking awesome. Definitely, if you never listened to this album, I suggest picking this motherfucker up. This is actually a damn good later era Dark Throne album. Come with this poster. That is fucking sick. I didn't know I had a poster until just now when it slid out. That's fucking sick. Wonder if this is a first pressing. It's on Peaceville 2013, so I got first pressing. Found in the used bin for fucking $5. Somebody didn't like it. I think it's a fucking masterpiece. Enjoyed the shit out of it. And then last but not least, one is a blind buy. Never heard of this band before. I think I seen Count Blaggerith talked about it years ago, probably over 10 years ago. And I think he's the one I recognized that. Oh fuck, I'm trying to put that on. Don't do that, Steve. I recognize that. Maybe I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure it was Count Blaggerith. like maybe 10 or 11 years ago, talked about this album. This is All Shall Perish. This is where it ends. On Nuclear Blast, released in 2011, I think. And you know, it's deathcore is what this is. It's deathcore. But I really had to listen to it a couple of times, but what really struck me the most was I love the vocals on this. The production on this is fucking awesome too. Yeah, no, Justin's probably turning over, screaming at me for showing a deathcore album and a Deicide in the same video. But the guitar work in this is fucking fantastic, especially guitar solos. Very smooth runs, very clean picking, articulated well. I love the guitaring in this. So this is probably more of a slow grower for me just because it's deathcore. And I'm not the hugest fan of deathcore. But I Shall Perish, this one's not bad. So it's one definitely check out if you don't know about it. I definitely didn't know about it. Never heard about this band. I think I read it up. Somebody said it was Christian, but they're talking about whores and other things. I don't think they're Christian. Spineless was my favorite track on this. Pretty badass. But anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed the shit out of it. I love making these videos. I think soon I'll do another versus, and I think it's kind of unfair to put Germany versus Britain because just because German thrash is fucking brutal as fuck. But I think I'm gonna do it in a way where it's not picking any of the major acts like the big four of Germany, Teutonic Thrash. Maybe pick the second tier, maybe the same thing with Britain, the second tier bands, and do that video. I think that would be pretty sick. But anyway, man, hope you liked this video. I played some of the tracks too long. It was fun as hell though. Got more videos coming up where I'm gonna show some stuff and do some responses and some different things like that. So you all have a great fucking Saturday. Fucking smooth. That's that Himmler kind of style room. Fucking album. Sepsism is playing there. So y'all have a good one later.